Hey, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know, double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom to the elect out there, man. You know, basically we just going to do this video. The name of this video probably going to be stripes and more stripes. We might name it well, guess what? We'll name it this. Through stripes come much healing. Okay, because in this society it's actually contrary, because people believe to succeed, so to speak, or to achieve things, that you're not going to go through any hardship or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you come into this knowledge and it's true, you can't have the mentality that you're not going to get stripes. You know, you're not going to, when we say stripes, we're talking about lashings, all right? Now the lashing is done with what? It's done by the word, and the word alone. The scripture says what? That the word of the Lord is a two-edged sword, you know? Matter of fact, get that first out, Hebrews 4:12. Yep. Get that first, you know, because that's what this thing is about, okay? We're going to go into the depths and the details on the purpose and why you need to go through the stripes, okay? It's just like back in the day, we had the slave master, the slave owner. Yeah, man, you had those courageous-ass slaves. They try to get through the fucking, you know, they'll try to, you know, break loose or whatever the case is, you know, and they'll get stripes. You know, they get those lashings, they'll get those whips, you know, all for the sake of freedom. All right? So we got that out.
Yeah, this is Hebrews 4:12. It says, "For the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow."
Yeah, see, they go through the dividing asunder through the joints and the spirit. Read it again, the spirit.
Yeah, it says sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder.
Yeah, sharpen it to the dividing asunder, man. Meaning it cuts deep. Go ahead.
Of soul and spirit.
Of soul and spirit, man. You know, the scriptures talk about a wounded spirit who can bear. That's what these scriptures will do to you, man. All right? These lashings in the spirit. Okay, keep going.
It says, "Tomorrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart."
That's right, because when the words come out, it's a cause and effect. Okay? You have just like how Esau has a problem, reaction, solution. It's the same thing with the word of the Lord. You see the problem, there's a reaction, and the solution is basically the cuts of the scriptures. All right? The cuts using the words of the scriptures, man. All right? Now, coming into this knowledge, you know, trimming off that fat, you know, and washing our minds with the living water. There's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be hardship. It's not gonna sound so good. It's not gonna be so comfortable for you. Okay? Now go to Isaiah 1:3.
This is Isaiah 1:3. "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's tread. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider."
And that was all of us, man. We all were with that. Well, he's actually saying that the ass was more wiser than us. He's saying that the ox was more wiser than us. Okay? Now, an ass or a donkey is extremely stubborn. Okay? That's why when you go into the parable of the rich man, what the Yahushua says, it's easier for the camel to go into the eye of a needle than a rich man into the kingdom of heaven. Now that's twofold, man, because a lot of guys out here, they think that they're rich with the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. All right? But yet, you know, you're this camel or you're this ass, all right, which is really a servant, and you're not rich at all right? And you may come across a man, you know, he's going to check you when you think that you're right. And that's where those stripes come out, man. You get beaten down, man. You know? You get beaten down. You get broken down. You get no spiritual lashes, man. Why? For the betterment later, man. Because it's spiritual too, because you look at Esau's army, right? The Esau's army, what shows that a man has rank? How many? They call it stripes. Now, what do those stripes represent? It represents the battles that he's overcome and was raised up in the ranks. So it's the same concept. Whether it be spiritual stripes, you know, well, more so when I say spiritual, I mean so like, you know, your everyday trials and tribulations. You got to catch your hell. You got to go through the affliction. Why? It's all for the betterment, to make you a better man of the Lord. And it's the same concept too, is when what? You have a quarrel between a man in the camp and another brother in the camp. There's going to be stripes involved, man. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. All right, let me see. This is, let's see if I get the right one. Right. This is Proverbs chapter 19, verse 29. Judgments are prepared for scorners. All right. Well, you know, you have some men that come into the knowledge, they still have a scorning mentality or scorning spirit, you know, wanting to gainsay. All right. It says, judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for the backs of fools. Now, in the ancient world, when you had a servant, you know, look that up real quick, you know, the account with the 40 stripes. You know, if you had a servant.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it already. Done. Here's Deuteronomy. It's in the law.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 25, verse, starting 1. It says, if there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked.
You should justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. Keep going.
And if it be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face, according to his fault by a certain number.
Yeah, you see, that's how harsh it was back in the ancient world, man. You know, that's what Esau gets that concept from. You basically going off in their society, and then, you know, back then they take the whip and actually whip your motherfucking ass in front of everybody. Why? Because you were made an example out of, man. All right? And that's the same thing. It's the same concept now. We're not getting physical whips and things of that nature. All right? But, matter of fact, the scriptures talk about how the staff and the rod of the Most High is who? Is Yahweh Shah. So spiritually, we get that rod, we get that staff, and you gonna get your fucking beating, man. And that's what lacks in Israel, man. That's what lacks here today in society. These little demons, these GMO babies, ain't getting no fucking ass whoopings, man. And then they grow up, they get a little older, they find out a little knowledge. They want to come up in the camps, and then you come across men that ain't having it, and then they give you stripes just with words, and you don't know how to fucking handle it. But it not knowing it's for your own healing, man. So when you remember those stripes and remember that, yo, like there's certain things that I've been through in the knowledge and in the faith, you know, brothers that check me on, like, yo, brother, don't be doing this, that, and the third. You going off for this, that, and the third. And I look at that and I'm like, damn, that's what made me the man who I am today. All right, because you basically they beat the fool out of me. All right, they beat them folly demons out of me, man. All right, and that's the only way you can deal with folly, man, by beating that shit. You can't deal with folly in a nice way, man. All right, real quick, I'm gonna say this too, dog. I know you got a precept. I'm gonna say this real quick too. The brother Damon Shapat, he did the video. You know, he talked about how the demons was in the crib and all that, and it wasn't until what he spoke with authority, man. And that's when the demons, that's when he had power over those demons. So it's the same concept too. So when you're dealing with a brother, the brother may have demons on him. And you may have to talk harsh to that man. Why? Because it's essentially to get the demons off him. You're beating the folly off him. All right? You got it? Go ahead, brother.
This Proverbs 23, verse 13. It says, withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
He shall not die. Why? We're here for salvation. Okay? We're here to try to be made perfect. And on the road to perfection ain't fucking diamond rings, man. You know, the road to perfection is hardship. You know, it's beatings, it's lashings, it's uppercuts, it's right hooks. All right, torments, sorrow. So you should be getting well acquainted with that feeling, man. You know?
If I can say this, that's a part of training up a child in the way he should go, because when you first come into this knowledge, you're a baby. You coming from a world that's completely contrary to the ways of the Heavenly Father, so you still got some of them ways on you. When you're in this truth, that's purifying you, you know? So that's why the scriptures talk about the trial of your faith. I think it's 1 Peter's, brothers.
I think so too, yeah. I'll look for that.
Let me see. 1 Peter's 1 and 7, or probably a little bit before that.
Yeah, get that for the brother.
Yeah, you know, so those are things you got to go through to be purified, man. You know, and you should want them. You should want those things. As King David, he told the Lord to try him.
Yeah, try my reins. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's right. Because the adversity that we going through now is very small. You know, just the simple, yo, brother, you ain't supposed to be talking right now. Or your brother, you gotta watch how you talk to somebody. Or your brother, you can't be doing this, that, and the third. Right? And it's very small. And we come into a time where, you know, it's gonna be life or death scenarios. All right? So bring that out.
Yeah, 1 Peter 1:7 says, with the trial of the faith being much more precious than gold.
Yeah, the trial of your faith is more precious than gold, man. See, that's why I mentioned that, because, you know, Biggie had that song, On the Road to Riches and Diamond Rings. You know, real niggas do real things and shit. You know? On the road to riches is trial, man. All right? It ain't glory. There ain't much glory in it. You know, there ain't much boasting. All right? There ain't no pride involved, man.
Hey, can you read verse 6? Bible count?
It says, wherein ye greatly rejoice through now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptation.
Right. Yeah, heaviness through manifold temptation. The word manifold just means a bench. Like you have twofold, you have threefold. Manifold, many means many, essentially. Just replace the I and the Y. It's manyfold. So you're gonna be Satan gonna come at you with all different angles, man. Through brothers, through your woman, through the job, while we on the street driving, man.
Yeah.
You know, while we on the highway driving on the way to camp, you got demons involved, man. It's all for the trial of your patience. Why? To make you perfect. Because Satan know that we about to go do the work of the Lord. You know, and he don't like that, man. So he got his minions out here to make us rattle. You know, get fucking pissed off and want to pull over and get carnal and shit. You know, but we gotta keep our heads, if you will, man. You know, when we was talking about that, well, actually, me and the elder brother Kasat, we was talking about that play if brothers watch football, man. You know, because football is psychological, man. You know, so that play when in the Super Bowl when Nick Foles, when they act like, you know, he faked the like he was calling an audible, and he snapped the ball to the running back, and then they ran reverse. All that was to throw him off guard, because it's 4th and goal at the 1 yard line. It's the Super Bowl, so tensions is high. So the next move, he's like, oh. But I said when I was talking to the brother, I said, I bet you Ray Lewis would have stopped that shit. Somebody like Ray Lewis, fucking Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, one of them great players, them niggas would have been on that shit if they was in the right position, of course. But the point and the reason I'm saying that is because they act cool in a sticky situation. That's why. Them niggas, when the pressure's on, they know how to react. All right? Yeah, hell, you experience like a motherfucker, man. And they're students to the game, man.
One of the things they say is that they was born for this.
Yeah,
you know?
That's right.
So that should be a comfortable situation, people. You know? Because, hey, when we going through this, our inward man is being renewed. You know? What's that? 2 Corinthians, can I?
Yep.
It says, can you get it for me? 2 Corinthians 4 and 16, I believe.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 4, verse 16 says, which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man
break it down, huh?
renewed day by day.
Right. So the things that we going through in this world, our outward man, our flesh is perishing. We getting worn out. You know, but your inward man, your spirit is being renewed day by day through these things.
Yeah.
You're being put in remembrance of the former things, you know? And that's why the brother was talking about the rod. A purpose of the rod is for humbling. And then what? The Lord say in Psalms 34th chapter, the ones that he's going to save is of a broken and contrite spirit, you know? Because we coming, like I said, we coming from this world. We coming from this world where everything was against the Lord, where we had them waves on us. We have to be broken down. That's why the brother said you need them stripes. You got to be broken down, man. You know? That's pretty much.
Yeah, cut. Yup.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 22 and 4. It says, by humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life.
Yeah. By humility, man. Because another word for humility is what? Humble.
Or humiliated.
Or to be humiliated. Because that's what's going to happen, man. Because real quick, brother, hold your thought, you know. Because in the world, you know, when you got a difference between somebody, you say it and you like bring it to noise of the broad, and you put somebody on blast, they're like, yo, you could have pulled me to the side as a man and all that. And nah, well, in Israel, depending on what you did, that shit get noised abroad.
Yeah.
And it's humiliating. But so what? You got to deal with it. Tough titty. What you gonna say?
No, I was about to say, you got to be more than word. The riches and honor and life. How about you? Is that precious?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now go from there. Cause we read Isaiah 1 and 3 again, and then go to Sirach 33 and 24. That's right, man. Because if you if there's an ass, if you will, or a donkey that's too fucking stubborn, you're not gonna put your luggage on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude's uncontrollable, man. But they gotta be. But the thing is, you break them down. See, that's why I'll say this real quick. You know, for brothers that own pets, especially a dog. All right, a dog. Especially if you have a worker dog. That's the main one I want to talk about. A worker dog, or even a fucking pit, which they're more so fighters, if you will. You know, they're more so protectors. With like those worker dogs, like shepherds, a German shepherd, a husky, a lab. You know, you gotta fucking. Well, I don't know too much about labs, but I know for my dog, you gotta. That nigga, the only way he fucking listen is stripes. If you don't give him stripes, he'll be like, I can do what the fuck I want to do. That's why you see these spoiled kids out here, man. Like, for instance, my little brother, man. My parents, they got older. They ain't whoop his ass. He was never on punishment like that. Now he's all bugged out and shit, man. The world got to his ass because he didn't know how to. He didn't get those stripes at a young age. You know, and that's the because that's another thing too. Scripture says, train up a child in the way he should go, and the end shall not depart from him. So if you don't learn these basic fundamental things as a child, as a newborn babe, there's no way that you're going to be able to grow. And that's what these scriptures is basically saying. There's no way you're going to get through the healing. How can you heal if you never tear down? It doesn't make any sense. Just like working out. Brothers like to work out. You tear muscles. You break it down, and then it has to heal for you to become stronger. All right? So read Isaiah 1 and 3.
It says, the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's friend. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
Yeah, just you being an Israelite, knowing yourself, you being an Israelite coming to this faith, there's a lot you have to learn, man. The reason why that was Isaiah related those words to Israel, man. All right? Because we are stiff-necked and hard-headed people. Impudent. The scriptures call Israel the impudent children, impudent sons. Meaning very wanton, undisciplined, man. And you have to know that about yourself. Even though you may be disciplined in certain angles, you may be disciplined in certain attributes that you have that you're more disciplined in, but there's still going to be other attributes where you need to strengthen. And your best bet is to find it as soon as possible, man, before it finds you. All right? Because, again, Yahweh Shai is coming back for a virgin, man. Okay? So, all right, go to Sirach 33:24.
Sirach 33:24. Fodder and land and
No,
burdens.
wands. A fodder is basically a manger. How you feed. You know, remember the Yahweh Shai was born in the manger? It was basically a feeding instrument, if you will, where horses or donkeys would eat out of. So that's what a fodder is. So read it again.
It says fodder and land.
No, wands. A wand is like a rod. All right? So fodders and wands, which is basically a rod, go ahead.
And burdens are for the ass.
Yeah, all those are for the ass, which is a servant, a worker. Okay? And us coming into this knowledge, you become a worker. You become a servant. You basically got hired to the greatest business that ever on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And you start off as a guy that's basically sweeping the floors, washing the dishes. You doing the basics. Holding the signs, holding posts. All right? And when you come into this thing and you get out of line with that, you're going to get checked. Why? Because it's going to better you, to elevate you, to become a better Israelite, so you can elevate to what? Then becoming a reader, then becoming a teacher. And then you have men up under you, man. Why? Because you went and you survived the stripes. That's how you elevate on another level. You don't elevate by ducking and dodging the stripes. You see the examples out there, man. The Sakari, I'm calling it straight. The Sakari, what's the other guy, man? Tried and failed. All right, the guys out in Chicago, they didn't know how to take their stripes. And it looks like they're getting the glory. Oh, see, we doing our own thing. We got people following us. But the men that really know, they know they did a dishonorable thing, man. The fucking the donkey don't buck up at the master, man. Like my dog, for instance, he'll buck up at somebody else. He try to buck up with me, but I whoop his fucking ass, and I get with him. He'll back down. But he tries to intimidate me. He tries to make me like tell me I'm not the master. But when the masters start being the master, he humbles down. So that's why the scripture said what it said. The ass knows his owner, and he said the ox know his owner. He knows his owner. He knows who rules over him. The ass knows his master. He knows the ass knows his master's crib. He knows where he dwells. He knows his fucking place. What up?
Now that's deep, because a part of the master, what? The master is the one that nourishes you.
Exactly.
Builds what? That's why you don't want to. Even if he hits you, you're not gonna buck up all the way against him.
Because he feeds you too.
Yeah.
The fodder. That's why I said the fodder and the wand. You have two different aspects. Sometimes that fucking fodder too is gonna be bitter. I say that. All right. Apostle Ronald did a great video way back when. I was about 2 years ago, I say. But now did a video about the herbs, eating certain food. The better food for you is what? It's bitter. Why? Because it's cleansing you. Like ginger, we take the horseradish, it's very good for sinuses. Cloves of garlic, clove oil, what's the other one, man? Oil of oregano, man. That shit burns. It's bitter. Okay? So read that again, verse 24, Sirach 33.
Fodder and wand and burdens are for the ass.
Yeah, because it's servants, man. Keep going.
And bread, correction, and work for a servant.
Yeah, so it compared the same thing. Correction and work for a servant, man.
Bread, correction, and work for a servant.
Bread, correction, work for a servant. Same thing. The fodder, the wand, and burdens. It's the same thing. They go hand in hand. Okay? Keep going.
If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest.
See, you set thy servant to labor, man. Why? Because that's Satan. That's Satan. That's Satan.
It's still on, though.
Yeah, Con, that's Satan. And they do that the whole time. Bumps and all that.
Right.
You know? fucking Satan. Let's expand it a little more. All of a sudden. There you go. Yeah. Satan rocked the boat.
It says, fodder, a wand, and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for a servant.
Right?
If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest.
Damn, yo. All of a sudden. 25 minutes in, all of a sudden. That should be good right there. Lord's will.
It says, but if thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty.
Yeah, he shall seek liberty, man. Why? Because if you let him go idle, meaning what? You ain't setting him to work. You're not giving no stripes. You know, you're not helping him, directing his steps. And that's when when you become idle, it basically means wanton. You become undisciplined. All right? So you gotta know that you're working in this truth. And if you basically gotta, always find something to do as well. Find work to do. All right? Every day, man, you should be thinking, what did I do for the Lord today? You know what I'm saying? Set yourself to work, man. And then you got brothers in the camps, you got elder brothers in the camp. It's gonna set you to work too. All right, but then that's gonna show who's diligent, who's down for the cause, and who's not, man. Jake do that shit in fucking gangs. And we gonna ride on these niggas. You down? You rolling? And the nigga put in work. Oh, see, he down for the set. He down with he down. He a rider. It's the same concept, man. You gotta ride out. 50 had a G on the soldiers. Ride out. You ride, man. Ride out for this truth, man. Ride out for the brothers that are next to you, man. And it may be stripes come with it, but guess what? You did it for the brotherhood. You think Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't gonna hear that? All right, now we gonna close up. Go to what's that? 1 Peter 2, 2:24. Should be 2:24.
Peter 2, verse 24 says, verse 21, it says, for even hereunto were ye called, because Yahushua also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was God found.
Oh, no, I just realized what chapter that was. Start at 13.
1 Peter 2, verse 13, it says, submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake, whether it be to the king as supreme, or unto governors as unto them that are sent by him for the punishment of evildoers.
See, there you go. That's plain right there. All right. So when you got brothers that got rank and they getting on you, you should be checking yourself. All right. Go ahead.
And for the praise of them that do well.
Yeah, and for the praise of them do well, because it's a balance. All right. For brothers out there, head brothers that are elder brothers, you can't do too much beating either. All right. Go ahead. You should be as much beaten. You should have as much reward. It's a circumstance. It's a case-by-case scenario. Go ahead, Op.
Yeah, it says, for so is the will of the Most High, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men.
See? Read that again.
Yeah, it says, for so is the will of the Most High, that with well-doing ye may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men.
Yeah, the well-doing is correcting. All right? The well-doing is the correction. And you put to silence ignorant men that don't know better. All right? Keep going.
As free and not using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness.
That's what I was talking about, not being overburdensome. Okay, go ahead.
But as the servants of the Most High.
Yeah, we still servants ourselves. Remember, we're all being judged. Okay, you can read that in Romans 14th chapter. Go ahead.
Honor all men. Love the brotherhood.
Yup, see? Go ahead.
Fear the Most High. Honor the king.
Yup.
Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to the good and gentle, but also to the froward.
Yeah, meaning when it's coming crooked. froward means crooked. You know, so it may seem like something is crooked unto you. You got to deal with it. All right, because you may not know better. Somebody may see something that you don't see, and he coming at you and from an angle. You like, why the fuck are you doing that shit? You know, you just got to suck it up and deal with it. And Yahweh Shem Shah will justify you. Keep going.
It says, for this is thankworthy.
Yep.
If a man for conscience towards the Most High endure grief, suffering wrongfully.
Right.
For what glory is it if when ye be buffeted for your fault?
Meaning beaten, okay, or slapped. You get buffeted for your faults. Go ahead.
Ye shall take it patiently. But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, this is acceptable with the Most High.
Yeah, plain and simple. This is acceptable with the Most High. Now it's going to give the example. Go ahead.
For even hereunto were ye called, because Yahweh Shah also suffered for us,
It's just the same concept. Keep going.
leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps.
Yeah, Yahweh Shah suffered real stripes. He was beaten with the rod of men, like like it was said that was supposed to happen to him, going back to reincarnation. All right, when he was silent, when that Nathan told David what would happen to his son if he dishonored the Lord after building the temple, saying that he will be beaten with the rod of men. All right. Also, too, is that Isaiah 53.
What is 1 Samuel
7. 2 Samuel 7. Yeah, David don't come along until 1 Samuel like 14.
I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, I will chasten him with the rod of men.
Yeah, see? Go ahead.
And with the stripes of the children of men.
See, with the stripes of children of men. And that's what happened to Yahweh Shah. He literally got stripes from men. Okay? So, yep.
Isaiah 53 and 5 or 4, it says, surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows, yet he did esteem him stricken, smitten of the Most High, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgression, he was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we were healed.
That goes back, that goes back to the topic. All these stripes is for healing. And Yahweh Shah suffered real stripes for your healing. And then how what the fuck, you know, like you can't suck it up with somebody getting on you. You can't suck it up because you catching hell.
And that's what he was speaking about in the second chapter.
That's exactly what he was. It's the same thing. Same thing.
It all ties in together.
Point blank period.
From the analogies of the prophets, what Peter spoke about Yahweh Shah, it all ties in together.
Right, exactly. Yup, go ahead. Go back to Yep.
1 Peter 2:21. It says, for even hereunto were ye called, because Yahweh Shah also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. So here's a man that did no sin, no guile was found in his mouth, he had to suffer, you know, for the chastisement of the nation of Israel. You see the prophecy.
That's right.
Verse 1 and 2 says, who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth, who when he was reviled not again. When he suffered, he threatened not, but committed himself to him that judgeth righteously. It says he committed himself to him that judgeth righteously.
Meaning what? He knew that the Most High was going to justify him one way or another.
Exactly.
He didn't look for justification amongst men.
Exactly, and he knew that he was working.
Exactly.
He always said, I've come to do the work of my father.
Yeah, about my father's business. He said, he told his mother that. But you know about my father's business? He came to put in work.
Exactly, and that was his whole mentality the whole time since he came on the earth. You know, my mentality was to do the work of my father. You know?
And he knew he was going to have to suffer for it.
So he was the example set up for men. That's why the brother got into the examples and you know how what we have to go through when we're in this truth, you know, what we have to deal with, what we have to suffer, and how we have to be humble and take humility until the work is over, and then we can just rejoice, you know?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the scripture says, basically the chastisement of this time is not worthy to be compared to the things that are promised unto us in Romans. All right, keep going. Finish that. Verse 24.
Verse 24 says, who his own self bare our sins in his own body on the tree, that we, being dead to sin, should live unto righteousness, by whose stripes ye were healed.
By ye stripes you were healed, man. All right. Remember Yahweh Shah, he said that cursed be he who hangeth on the tree. So Yahweh Shah was considered the curse. He was brought outside the temple. He was spat upon. He died a horrible death. He was brought to a very low estate in the sight of his own brethren, in the sight of his own people, in the land of Israel. All right. So miss me with the the bitching and shit, So all right, from there, real quick though, make your point out. Go back to Deuteronomy. I want to get that real quick. Just want to make a quick point, on the law, with the stripes, because we didn't finish that. This is a point I wanted to make.
Now, I was just about to say, like you said, we really can't really say anything, man, because we have scripture saying we have a strive with the blood, and our shot should go under the blood.
That's right.
He actually died for this thing about it, man. So, we really can't say anything. We're going through it, it's light affliction,
Well, he died for us to call it this thing of ours. It wouldn't be ours if he didn't go through those stripes.
Exactly.
You got it, bro.
Back in Deuteronomy 25, verse 3, it says, 40 stripes we may give him and not exceed.
Read it from the top again. Yep.
Deuteronomy 25:1. If there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. And it shall be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face. Before his face.
Go ahead.
According to his fault by a certain number.
By a certain number. You see? Now that's why I wanted to mention, because you got brothers out there, elder brothers in camps, you got brothers with rank. There's a certain number of stripes that you need to know spiritually how much to give. Keep going.
It says 40 stripes we may give him, and not exceed.
Yeah, so you can say, I'm going to give him 10 stripes. Or I'm going to give him 20 stripes. But you can't exceed 40 stripes. Go ahead.
Thus, if he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes, then thy brother should seem vile unto him.
Yeah, so then you're not being a brother anymore. You using your liberty for a cloak of maliciousness, like it was saying back in 1 Peter the 2nd chapter. All right, so there's a balance to giving stripes, man. All right, so you got to bring that out, man. The scriptures say a false balance is abomination unto the Lord, man. So you got to bring the balance. We talking about stripes and giving stripes, right? But you got to know how many stripes and to who, because it's a case-by-case scenario. And that's pretty much it. Y'all brothers got any points or precepts? And with that, all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect out there.